Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to be talking about the gear that we're going to be using in one of the hottest places on Earth.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know that the summer months are coming right up and everyone's preparing what their setup is going to be for their motorcycle riding, and we have been doing the exact same thing because in 2 days we are headed to Indonesia.
Which I can only assume is the weather there is going to be equivalent to like Sedona, Arizona. So
except with 100% humidity.
This is true.
Exactly.
In Alaska, where we were trying to stay warm and dry, this time we're going to try to stay as cool as possible.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm always trying to be as cool as possible.
You are always very cool.
Bam.
So we're going to be talking all about the gear that we're going to be using in the heat for this summer. So stay tuned.
Live long and prosper. Hey everyone, nice to have you here. We are Tim
and Marisa Notier.
I ride in the front
and I'm in the rear.
We travel the world and we pack too much gear.
Oh, all the places we'll go.
Through rain and through sleet and through mud and through snow.
Oh, all the things we'll see.
We've been to a country or two.
Or three. Oh, all the fun we've had.
You have you along would make us real glad.
So give us a like and
hit subscribe to join us along our epic ride. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Up and Overloaded. I am Tim Notier.
And I'm Marisa Notier.
And together we have been traveling around the world since 2017. And we are preparing to go to Indonesia. We used to want to have more an all-encompassing protecting gear.
Yes.
This time we are straight and narrow, shooting for please keep me cool because it is going to be hot.
It is going to be so hot. I mean, we're automatically riding on a motorcycle that creates its own heat underneath you. So you know what it's like to be riding in the summer months and the motorcycle is just beaming heat like a furnace at you.
Yeah.
So we definitely wanted something that is going to both protect us and keep us cool.
And there's no better company out there than Climb.
So full disclaimer, we are sponsored by Climb. So some of the products that we're going to be talking about today, we have received without charge.
This is true.
So some of the things that we are bringing on this trip through Indonesia are the same as what we had through our trip to Alaska and back.
Yeah.
And that is our helmets.
Yep, our TK 1200s.
Yes,
They're awesome.
carbon.
They got the little transitional lenses.
That's right.
They're carbon, so they weigh like same amount as like 14 feathers on your head.
That's right.
Really
yeah,
nice.
They're super light.
Yeah.
We love those helmets, and they have really good vents on them. What we've discovered is that they were great in Arizona, so they're going to be fantastic for Southeast Asia as well.
For sure. And we got our Cardo units hooked up to them, which are, have been weatherproof through Alaska. We love our Cardo for our music and our ability to talk to each other. And then from head all the way down to toes, I still have my Gore-Tex boots, my GTX adventure boots.
Yes.
Because they're held up and they're doing very well.
And I still have my CD Adventure boots. They actually don't have a women's line, but these boots were small enough to fit me, and they have been awesome boots with really good ankle support. So for all that off-road riding, it's perfect. But now here is the new awesome good stuff that we're going to be taking to Southeast Asia that is totally different from our Climb gear from before. Was waterproof, Gore-Tex, very versatile for different climates, but this is specifically...
Climates, just throw that in there.
Specifically for hot weather riding.
So here's our fashion show, folks. So my newest in the season gear is the Baja mesh jacket, which is just all mesh everywhere to get as much air as possible, and then protection where it needs to be. Still heavily rated for, falling and sliding and such. Hopefully there won't be much of that, but of course, obviously, we want the worst case scenario to be protected. And then I have the matching, but not the same color, just because I don't like to be like a Power Ranger. So I got a little bit different color of the pants, but they're the Baja pants as well. Also equal amounts of mesh, so maximum airflow, great protection. So when I had the altitude pants, I was size 34. And now it's been a year and I've been hanging out in the States, and now I'm sadly a size 36, and it's really sad.
Oh.
And I actually went with Komodos on there's like these pro tubes that are knee protections that suck right onto your knee, and they're always there, which is nice because if I want to just ride around not too far and I'm just wearing my regular pants or something, I can also just throw those on.
That is really, really cool because they stay in place and you can wear them pretty much with any pant.
This is very true. Yeah, and it's just maximum airflow. And not that I ever would, but you can like ride around in your underwear, so your knees would be protected. But other parts would not be. So protect what you want to save is what I always say.
And when it comes to my jacket and pants, I am so excited about this new jacket. It is the Climb Avalon jacket. I got it in this awesome color. I love this color so much. And it's fully mesh. So the moment we go even just like 3-4 miles an hour, I can feel that wind just go all the way through the jacket, through my arms, onto my sides. It is so refreshing. And I discovered on our little test ride around Florida that if I bring my arms out and hold my arms out, I get all this wind all across my arms. It goes across my shoulders and down my sides. It's really wonderful.
So you're like a Concorde back there?
Yeah, a Concorde.
Ruin our gas mileage. What are those things? Those
Condor?
Condor.
Like a big bird?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I am. And I'm going to be wearing the Climb Outrider women's pants, which are basically like a comfortable pair of jeans, but with the armor and protection of motorcycle pants. So these are not waterproof, but they are super comfortable and airy, just like a pair of jeans. They have the knee pads and they have the hip pads. So it's fully protective with highly rated armor.
The mesh gear, obviously, none of it is Gore-Tex. They don't make Gore-Tex mesh at the moment.
No.
But we do have overgear that will be for the rain.
It is going to rain in Indonesia and Southeast Asia.
For my new Baja jacket, the mesh jacket, they make a corresponding S4 raincoat over it, which is really nice because there's all this flexible material in it, which is really good. And then I'm going to stick with my same Torrent overpants that we had in Alaska, even though 90% of the time I didn't wear them because I had the Gore-Tex on at all times. But now they'll come in real handy because...
Absolutely. You can put them over your other pants and be waterproof.
They zip all the way up to the hip and zip down all the way up to the hip, I should say, so you can just stick your boot in and you don't have to do this funny little dance on the side of the road. So, yeah.
We all know that dance.
This is true.
And I'm sticking with the rain jacket that I had throughout Alaska. It was wonderful up there. And that is the Climb Eclipse jacket. It is Gore-Tex, fully waterproof. It has a hood so I can walk around even without my helmet and motorcycle gear and just use it as a regular raincoat. It goes over my jacket, went over my Gore-Tex jacket, and it goes over my mesh jacket as well.
It looks damn good in it. Mint.
Yeah, it's
mint
a very
green.
cool color.
This is true.
And I'm also going to be sticking with my old rain pants that I've had for forever. They're Columbia. They've worked pretty well. I wouldn't say they're the greatest rain pants on the planet. They're not Gore-Tex, but they have worked. So that's what I'll be using.
Your butt's probably going to get wet.
My butt will probably get wet, but I think it'll be okay.
And then, as far as glove goes, I think we all know that I have
a glove problem.
Issue. Yeah, I could count how many gloves I've had with how many gloves I have. There are a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot of gloves.
Yeah, I just wanted to have as much breathability as I possibly could.
Yeah.
While still being protected, because this is a very important part of the body to be protected because it's often one of the first things to hit the ground. I've narrowed it down. Marissa and I were just talking off camera. I had like 3 pairs of gloves. And I was like, I don't know. I should, like accessorize. This might be good for Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I have the Mojave Pro Climb gloves that are very meshy and very nice and breathable. They have the little finger zap, like touch sensitivity on the phone, which
so
is going to be really important when you're pulled over and you want to mess around and not pull things on and off. But if it does rain, I have some Arrow Stitch over gloves that make me look quite
Oh, they're so awesome.
lobster-esque lobster boy.
You do
elf.
look like E.T. or something weird.
It's awesome. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy those. They're not Gore-Tex, they're just waterproof over layer, just in case it's really, really raining and it's kind of a chilly day or something. I can only imagine in Indonesia it's going to be 1,000,000 degrees and raining, and I'm going to be like, you know, the scene from Shawshank Redemption, just like, freedom, this is so nice.
As far as my gloves go, I also have a pair of the Mojave Pro gloves, but they're for women and they're small and they're super great. When we went on our little test ride around here in Florida, I noticed that those little tiny holes that it has on the palm and the fingers was letting a lot of airflow in. It also has some protective parts to it on the fingers and on the palm, which I really like, because I do notice that when we fall, I always throw my hands down. I know I shouldn't, but I need those gloves to be protective of my hands.
Yes.
I also tested out these really great little gloves called the XC Light gloves. I love them. They're so nice and light. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be perfect for Southeast Asia. And I think it is the perfect glove, but for someone who is riding and needs that dexterity, because I did find that they weren't quite as breathable as the Mojave Pros. They're also, since they're so lightweight, they don't have quite as much protection, but they're super great for moving your hands around. If you're doing any off-road or technical riding, I think those would be a wonderful pair of gloves.
And we've found ourselves plenty of times through Arizona in hot places where the sun's beating down. And I love my Badland Pro gloves, but it gets hot. And like in 120 degree weather, you're not wearing the Badland Pro gloves, right? And so my choice at that point was to not wear gloves, which A, is not protective for multiple things, but then you get this really cool motorcycle farmer's tan, to wear something to block that sun, you know, with a little bit of protection is key.
And for when it does rain, I got a pair of Climb Allure gloves. Now, these are specifically good for cold weather. I know that seems crazy since we're going to this super hot weather place, but I get cold really easily, and if my hands are wet, I can see myself getting sick and cold.
And they are Gore-Tex.
They are Gore-Tex, and they have a really warm liner inside to keep my hands warm. So
they
if we find
two different flaps. They have the warm flap for up top, and then if underneath is like the fuzzy wuzzy was a bear flap. So you have your own little climate control within the glove, plus the Gore-Tex waterproofness. So that's a really cool glove.
And they have this awesome feature that I love with these Gore-Tex Climb Gauntlet gloves, where it goes over your jacket and you pull on this cord and it just sucks everything up to your jacket, and it's really easily removable with your gloves on. It's great. I can't really. It's warm though.
But on our bike, our 1190 that we're leaving back home, we had this awesome dynamic accessories rack made for us. I made one from like parts from like Home Depot, but it was slowly eroding away because parts from Home Depot aren't necessarily like, you know, rated for what we were putting it through.
Yeah, it literally rusted through, like it just, you know, wasn't very good quality.
But while we've been here in Florida, we've been riding around with a dynamic motorcycle accessory rack, and I am in love with it. It's got a sissy bar for my sissy over here.
Now, everyone knows who is a passenger. It is so nice to ride with a backrest. It's really important, especially if you don't have any back bag to lean against. And also if you do have a back bag or a back box, sometimes it's not at the right angle. Having that sissy bar is so great. And we were really looking for something ever since that one that you made like rusted
broke.
through.
Yeah.
We
When
were
your
looking for
backrest
something
turns
for me.
into a little rusty spear,
Yeah,
you need to replace
wasn't
it.
so good.
But this one, we're gonna beat it up further down the road.
Yes.
We are already in love with it, but sadly we're gonna leave it behind.
But we did want to give a big shout out to Dynamic Motorcycle Accessories for making this incredible rack for us. It was perfectly fitted for our motorcycle and fully adjustable. My seat can move back and forward depending on what I want. Yeah, my backrest.
Yeah. So they have a wide variety for a bunch of different motorcycles, and they were kind enough for us to slightly customize theirs. I'm not sure if you can get your hands on the same one. Oh my God, look at that, folks.
Look gosh, look at that.
How cool is that?
That's us.
Dude.
How did he do that?
But I open it up and I pull it out, and by God, there is a side profile of one of our coolest moments that we've ever had. It's our logo.
So cool.
Yeah, so huge shout out to them, and it's just a really awesome product that we can't wait to use into the future. So we leave in 2 days, which I'm like more nervous. This is like the first time we left. It's so much easier to ride from your house somewhere because
Yeah.
you're just leaving, right? You're like, hey, I'm going for a day's trip.
for a ride,
And
yeah.
if at any point in time something goes bad, I'm only a couple days away from home. But this time,
It's nerve-wracking.
in 2 days, we take all of our stuff and we put it on a plane. We go to Georgia first, and then we have like a
14-hour flight to our next destination, which is going to be a 7-hour layover.
It's
in
not
a-
our final destination,
No, not
but
the
it's,
final destination.
it's a pretty cool destination that's 14 hours west of
Atlanta.
So you can Google Maps that, but we're going to try to
See something really cool there during our 7-hour layover. We're going to try to leave the airport and go check out the country a little bit. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, we will be in Jakarta, Indonesia, where we are going to, I want to say reunite, but it's not reunite, meet for the first time our new motorcycle.
whose name is Dorco!
Dorco!
Dorco 1!
Thank you guys so much for voting.
Indeed. But
in
we
the
have
last episode.
some good news. Dorco is only going to be around for like 2 months. And then
Yeah.
Naga will...
Naga might make an appearance
Naga might
with a
make it,
future
and
motorcycle.
we liked all the other ones. The Tima, you know.
Yeah,
the
that was good
Mati,
too.
yeah, with like kind of like a J-Lo Benifer thing going on. You can do that. All of your suggestions have been thoroughly absorbed. And
Yeah, so we took it
thank
all to
you
heart.
for the feedback. We love each and every one of you. Thanks for riding along with us, guys. And we will see you on the other side of the world quite shortly.
Thank you so much, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up, ding ding, and hit the subscribe button below, ding ding. And we'll be seeing you next time.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Peace. The majority of the time where we've ridden motorcycles from, you know, across equators and from one continent to another, you know, moving north and south is sometimes climate, moving north and south, some, you know, the climate, man, what's the word? Climate? Why is there
Climate.
E at the end?
I don't know, I mean, it's mate.
I know,
Climate.
For all of our Australians friends, the climate's
climate.
quite hot.